What's going on, YouTube? Happy Friday. We are back with another reaction. We are back with another review. Tommy Boy's back at it again because apparently addressing the snowflakes wasn't enough. Addressing the brainwash wasn't enough. So apparently today he's addressing the dummies. Shout out to the Hangover gang. So for today's music video reaction, we got Tom MacDonald's Dummies. I am excited for this. Tommy Boy has been on a rampage lately because he did snowflakes, and then he did brainwash, and now he's doing dummies, and he has the black contacts, and he, as we all know, he plans on triggering people when he uses the black contacts. So I'm definitely excited to see where he's going with this, what he's going to put out with this. So it's probably going to be a really good time. Probably going to be some ranting, probably going to be some political spectrum stuff. So I'm definitely going to rant, probably going to trigger some snowflakes on the right and the left because they're the farthest extent. People get triggered easily on both sides, and there are snowflakes on both sides. And I'm probably going to get comments from people saying, no, there's only snowflakes on the left, or no, there's only snowflakes on the right. Y'all are snowflakes if you comment that. But let's see what he's got. This is gonna be good. I really much enjoy what Tom's been putting out recently. So let's see what he's got. But first, if y'all would be so kind to smash that like button, smash subscribe, and hit the little bell for notifications, that would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you guys want, go to my channel, click on the join button, take a look at the membership tiers. I now have memberships within my channel. It's very similar to Patreon of how they structure their stuff. I have 3 different tiers from being a member to society, the Axiom Society. I have a high class member to society, and I also have the Society Elite. Shout out to everyone that has joined already and become members and have shown that little additional monetary support for my channel for me to be able to do what I do and keep pushing what I'm pushing and keep diving into songs and material that has serious emotional context, serious meanings, stuff that makes you think. Whether you agree or disagree, stuff that makes you think. And if you're in that bracket, be sure to click subscribe, join the group, join the Axiom Society. And if you want to show a little extra support, be sure to go there and join the membership status. Any level is greatly appreciated. Even if you just subscribe, it's greatly appreciated. I love all you guys, and I thank you so much for it. Anyways, Tom MacDonald, Tommy Boy, let's see what you got. All right, let's see how hard I'm gonna rant on this one.
I love the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Everything is
that hallway and what he's wearing. Talk about bringing out the bright colors. Way different from Brainwashed. How it's just him and the TV and the very much grayscale and the very kind of not really monochromatic, but yeah, monochromatic kind of tonality to the visuals. But this very colorful. And all right. I'm liking the hoodie. I'm liking the glasses. All right, it's pulling differently from what that first image is with him and just the dummies. Very much that kind of clay kind of look, that skin tone kind of look, and then right into some bright colors with some serious beat in the background. Let's see what he's about to spit.
I love the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Everything is sexist, homophobic, or it's racist. When life
coming right in, love the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Everything is sexist, homophobic, or racist. You say anything out of line, you're sexist towards women. You say anything out of line, you're homophobic towards any of the LGBTQ plus IOAOU ABCDEFG community. And if you say anything relational towards your white skin color, you're racist. Like, true.
I love the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Everything is sexist, homophobic, or it's racist. When life gives us lemons, we're supposed to want to change it. But my generation rather take some pills than escape it. Say that I'm transphobic if you want.
I am in Tom's generation. And it's true. Rather than, when life gives you limits, you're supposed to change it. When life gives you limits, you make limited. You make the best of what you can, and you turn the tables around. You change your life for the better. You are in control of your own pursuit of your own happiness. That's life, liberty, your pursuit of happiness. Not guaranteed happiness, but pursuit of happiness. Because so many people are too lazy to want to pursue their own happiness, they'd rather pop pills and escape it. They'd rather do drugs and do some form of escaping of reality rather than busting your ass and pushing forward and pursuing your own happiness. They would rather escape it and get bottle fed whatever they can get. And it's a sad reality. And it really is a reality. Like my generation, I'm a millennial. It's a sad reality.
Supposed to want to change it, but my generation rather take some pills than escape it. Say that I'm transphobic if you wanna, but one day I'll be a father, and I really hope my son don't grow up to be my daughter. I ain't trying to hurt your feelings, skin should be a little thicker.
I love how he puts the transgenderism like in his music. Like last one was the Caitlyn Jenner. You get a whole Pride Month if you go Caitlyn Jenner, which means if you go transgender. And then when he did his video, snowflakes with Blair White, and said, like screw a pronoun because everyone's a retard these days. And then I think it was Clown World saying I'm just confused with a man with a beard and some breasts. Like, he does it in a funny way where you can't help but laugh because he does it in that sardonic, sarcastic way. And it's a clever way to do it because it keeps people that are very closed-minded, that everything needs to be said. If you're not 100% for it, then you're against it. If you're the Anakin Skywalker, if you're not with me, then you're against me. Those people, it helps bridge that kind of mindset because you apply a little bit of comedy to it. It kind of it hinders those walls that people put up for it, and people put up such polarizing walls nowadays.
Father, and I really hope my son don't grow up to be my daughter. I ain't trying to hurt your feelings, skin should be a little thicker. That's the problem, being honest got them triggered. The kids are getting weaker because they're sheltered by society. Pumpkin spice Ativan for seasonal anxiety. Wokeness has become a way to bully non-violently and cancel everyone without improving on the life we lead. Without the white...
Ooh, pumpkin spice Ativan for seasonal anxiety. Because everyone, people love that that when pumpkin spice comes out, which it just came out at Starbucks if I remember right, and, saying, being woke to be able to bully non-violently. It is. Being a part of the woke culture is a non-violent way to bully others. I'm being woke. Like, if you're not woke and you're wrong. No. I'm not woke. You shouldn't be woke. Be awake. Make up your own mind. Critically think for yourself. Like, take in everything into account. There's people that are blindly saying certain things about COVID that are wrong. On one spectrum, there's people saying the exact opposite that are wrong, when in reality, it's the gray area in between that's more accurate. And that's in every realm. And that's where it honestly lies.
Become a way to bully non-violently and cancel everyone without improving on the life we lead. Without the white, there's no black. Without the straight, there's no gay. Without the men, there's no women. Without the night, there's no day. Without the idiots, we couldn't laugh at them when they fall. So maybe we need them after all.
I like that. Without the white, there's no black. Without the straight, there's no gay. Without this, without that, without men, there's no women. It's like they're supposed to be opposite sides. There's supposed to be differences because we complement each other. We're not supposed to be 100% equal in every aspect. Where one side is supposed to have certain things that the other side doesn't. The other side's supposed to have certain things that the other side doesn't. Like you have things that are equal, but you also have things that are opposites, but in complementary ways. And if people could start thinking that we're different, but we can complement each other in various ways, it really helps. Like the whole want for certain things where the whole push, right? Anything a man can do, a woman can do better, or a woman can keep up, or a transgender female, a man that took hormones and became and is identifies as a woman, can compete against women, which is completely scientifically wrong. There are so many advantages to being a man, as far as from bone density, tendon and ligament strength, fast twitch, slow twitch muscle fibers, fast twitch, slow twitch muscle fiber densities, as well as abundance amounts, upper body, lower body composition. There's so many different things, but that's the whole thing about it. There's opposites. There's supposed to be opposites. There's supposed to be a little bit of separation because they're supposed to come together and complement each other. That's the whole thing with it. And also with what he said at the end, maybe the idiots are important because we need them. We need someone to laugh at.
Idiots, we couldn't laugh at them when they fall. So maybe we need them after all. Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. I guess you love to be wrong, or you don't have the guts of the balls.
I love this hook. Just how Tom's going about it. Him going those eccentric body movements with all the colors and just, oh my God, like that. It is catchy. Like, I like it.
I guess you love to be wrong, or you don't have the guts of the balls. Dum 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 diddy dum 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 diddy dum. I love the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Everyone's obsessed with making stupid people famous. If a white boy raps, then it's called appropriation. But Beyonce dyes her hair blonde, and people say she slayed it.
It's true. We idolize idiots in society. We idolize moronic people. We make stupid people celebrities, and people that are actually well thought out people that have something to bring to the table as far as a form of character and a form of either emotional or mental or academic dialogue. We just shut them up. We don't care. Like that was like the whole, like that reminds me of like when Tom had his beef with Mac Lethal. Mac Lethal. And Mac Lethal said, "You're like the rap equivalent of Candace Owens." What kind of insult is that? That's not an insult. Like, people are championing Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion for doing what they're doing, but they're not championing Candace Owens. Whether you agree or disagree with what she's saying, she is a very well-spoken person. I didn't say well-spoken woman. I didn't say well-spoken black woman. She is just a person, a well-spoken person that is pushing a point and that actually uses some very good scientific and statistical data to drive her viewpoint. Where is that an insult? Like, it's not. But we'd rather because of the disagreements, because when we get to that upper echelon of thought process, we tend to disagree way too rapidly because of the overpolarization that our society puts on us. When in reality, stop idolizing the idiots, stop idolizing morons. Like, and then not only do we idolize them, but then society starts taking what they say as like God's word. Like, and that's why certain in, like, say, presidential debates over the past few debate or presidential elections over the past decade or so, they've gotten celebrity endorsements. Why half of these celebrities are too dumb to even understand what the hell's going on. Like, and they're too busy in their own rich little bubble. They don't know what us middle class people are doing. They don't know what the rest of the country's doing. Why are they speaking up on it? They don't have a single clue. They're too busy doing what they're doing to really be able to take the data and the analytical standpoint and really come up with a formulated decision. Like, sorry, but that gets me going.
White boy raps, then it's called appropriation. But Beyonce does a hair blonde and people say she slayed it. Everybody's outraged, everybody's mad. Our solutions to the issues don't make no sense. If stairs are the problem, we build wheelchair ramps. We don't cancel feet or persecute the people with legs.
Stairs are the problem, we build wheelchair ramps. We don't cancel feet or persecute people with legs. Yeah, we just make things accessible for other people. We don't change the whole thing. We don't reinvent the wheel. We just apply more things to the wheel. We build more wheels. We create a platform for more people to be with the wheel rather than have to create a whole new wheel. All right, anyways.
Stairs are the problem, we build wheelchair ramps. We don't cancel feet or persecute the people with legs. The feminists who started the movement would be ashamed of so many things. They fought so you could vote, I show your butthole on OnlyFans. I'm not a bad person because you don't like what I say. Call me.
I don't have a problem with any woman doing what they're doing on OnlyFans or anything like that. I feel America is very overall is very jaded to, in all honesty, quote unquote sex workers, I guess you could say. That's been very normalized in multiple countries within Europe and all around the world. I think if it's voluntary and completely consensual, and especially if it's something where, and if someone can earn a living, I don't deem that as really that bad. I believe that has a whole list of religious ideologies being put in place on people's moral compasses to why that's quote unquote bad. Personally, I don't see a problem with it. Do what you want. If you're gonna go on OnlyFans and do it. Cool. High five. Good job. Like, a woman that's got an absolutely beautiful body and she's able to make a killing on OnlyFans doing what she does. She's got what I don't. Good job. Like, there's a reason why there's a term, smoke them if you got them. Like, if you have the ability to do it and you're willing to do it and you consent to that willingness to do it, have at. Good job. I mean, that's also kind of why OnlyFans said, well, we're canceling all that. We're gonna shut down anything that has any sexually explicit content. And then they literally just backed out. Was it yesterday, the day before? They said, never mind. Maybe because y'all realize like 70% of your revenue stream came from that. Like, I get that you're getting some hounding from Visa and MasterCard, as all, I think, everything in the adult industry, I think, is getting hammered on by that. But sorry, OnlyFans, but your platform is designed solely for that. If you want rated X explicit stuff, you go to OnlyFans. If you want PG stuff, you go to Patreon. Like, that's just been well known since OnlyFans kind of really took off.
They fought so you can vote, I show your butthole on OnlyFans. I'm not a bad person because you don't like what I say. Call me homophobic just because I think straight. I love people even though we disagree. I wish we could get Wi-Fi signals from a tree. Then everyone would plant them and we'd probably save the planet for free. Too bad we only need them to breathe.
Yup. If trees provided Wi-Fi, we'd be planting them left and right because it gives us what we want, more easier access to our consumer needs, our consumer goods that we want, because we are all honestly slaves to our consumer mindsets, and which is also step one in what Tom had explained in his song Brainwashed. If you haven't watched Brainwashed, go check it out. He explains the nine steps of systematic divide within a nation, and that's step one. But yeah, if they provided Wi-Fi, hell yeah, people would be planting trees left and right. Everyone would have trees. Oxygen, O2 would be swarming rampant. Carbon dioxide would be abysmal in our world. Too bad we just need trees to breathe, you know, our basic necessity to live. So it's not that important to people. Like, that just goes to show one of the problems within our society at a global level of our consumer addiction. And that also goes back to, you know, when Tom said, you know, people don't want to be microchipped. Well, there's no need, because we got cell phones that are GPS tracking devices. And I had someone comment and say there's a huge difference. If you get a tracking, you can toss your phone and you can live off the grid. That's cool. People tend to forget that. Well, at least my generation and Gen Zs especially are addicted to our phones. Like, I purposely shut my phone off as much as I can just to get away from it. I'm tired of it. But so many people in my generation and even in the younger generation are truly addicted to the consumer technology, the consumerism of that, and the addiction of the dopamine and the serotonin and the endorphin rush from getting likes on Instagram and getting this and posting stuff, and the vanity of it all. They're voluntarily becoming lab rats with it. And that's where I love that he put that in the Wi-Fi, because that just goes even farther into what he said in Brainwash as far as being chipped and all that. Like, it all goes full circle. And some people will say Tom's repetitive with the stuff he says. Well, as long as society is being repetitively stupid, then he's going to repetitively keep talking on the same stuff. People change their issues. The issues get changed. Tom raps about different issues. If it's the same issues, Tom's going to beat it down, because it needs to be beaten down.
The planet for free. Too bad we only need him to breathe.
That's true.
Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. I guess you love to be wrong.
I love those LED lights up top, those bars in the hallway. Like, it's just such a cool kind of like rainbow-esque look with those LED lights to the whole look of the room. I'm digging this. Solid work, Nova, for coming up with this kind of stuff. Like, the color imagery is from back and forth. You always do great, girl. But I got to give a shout out on this one. Like, using all those extra colors. You guys haven't really done this since what about? I think Corny, right? I'm Corny. I think that's when the last time they did, you know, really more colorful things like that.
You don't have the guts of the balls. Dum 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 diddy dum 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 diddy dum. I love the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Classifying people.
Side note, I'm going to go back and start this verse fully. I like that all of his verses start in the same. I like the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Like, you notice how Tom has been, you know, trying to talk about issues and try to open up dialogue, try to just get people to listen to stuff and open up dialogue for people to discuss stuff. But him leading, I like the earth, but I'm not trying to save it. Slightly different tonality from what he'd been rapping prior. You know, this is about trying to save what's going on, trying to fix what's going on. It's kind of like showing even on Tom's side, like, I'm not even trying to save it anymore. Like, it's like it's almost as if like Tom's like referencing that it's almost like the ship is the Titanic has already hit the iceberg. Not even trying to save it anymore. I'm trying to bring to light as much as I can now to try to restore whatever little bit of common sense that can be brought into the society, you know?
I love the earth, but I don't really want to save it. Classifying people by their sex and race degrades them, but we still say straight white males are the worst of our population. Guess the labels are okay if they're Caucasian.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, you can't label anything. You can't label people at all these days. Not by gender, not by race, not by creed or nationality. You can't do that. But if you're male and you're white, heaven forbid you got some blonde hair and some blue eyes. Whoo, man, am I the epitome of what the problem is in this country, apparently. Apparently, I'm an issue. Like, I'm just living my life and working and making money and enjoying what I can with everything with COVID going on. Just trying to live my life as everyone else is. But apparently, I'm the issue here. Apparently, I have an issue with everything that's going on. Apparently, I'm racist. Like, it's news to me. Like, good God. Like, I didn't know. Thank you, society. I had no idea. I didn't know it was that systemic. Because, you know, luckily the younger generation will be able to teach me with all the critical race theory that's about to be taught in schools. Like, that's apparently new, but it hasn't been because it's been around since the 70s. If you don't know what critical race theory is, look it up and see what's going on. And then also look up critical theory, the Marxist ideology. Now just replace it with critical race theory. And guess what? You got some Marxist thought process going on related towards race. But That's beside the point. Let's keep going, shall we?
Still stay straight white males are the worst of our population. Guess the labels are okay if they're Caucasian. Our kids are living in their rooms, I swear we barely ever see them. Go outside sometime, there's fresh air you could be breathing. Put your phones down, play sports, do something illegal. Go and meet your families, they're probably nice people. These days
Kids are indoors on their phones, on iPads, on computers nonstop. Technology drives all kids nowadays. Like, put down the phones, shut off that Wi-Fi, go outside and play. Back in my old neighborhood I used to live in with my old house, there were kids outside playing hockey all the time. Of course, this is because I live in Vegas, and the Vegas Golden Knights became a thing back then. And so everyone became, not really many people became hockey fans, everyone became Golden Knights fans. But everyone's playing hockey or playing basketball or rollerblading or skateboarding around in the neighborhood. And, I'd drive slow, and, parents are like, oh, sorry. I'm like, no, it's good. Like, I'm happy to see kids outside playing. Like, it's an oddity. It's so, like, such a minority of kids now that actually choose to be outside. Like, put the technology down. Learn to be outside, enjoy the sunlight, get in some of that vitamin D, learn to use your hands with playing sports and doing things with your hands. Learn that textile dexterity. Like, kids aren't learning that these days. Even from an infant stage with toys that they play with. People would rather give them an iPad and, move the fingers so they can see, put the X block into the X hole on the iPad. No, you need to physically see it, touch it, feel the three-dimensional aspect of it, feel the texture of it. You need to build those senses within your touch, within your ability to control your fingers and your hands. It's a big thing. There's more. It's deeper things than just toys or playing outside. Like, there's more things, beneficial things that happen later on in life because of those things that happen.
phones down, play sports, do something illegal. Go and meet your families, they're probably nice people. These days you're a Nazi if you don't hate the police. They say that white folks think all Asian people are Chinese. I'm sorry, what kind of white people you mean? English, Scottish, German, Swedish, or Greek?
Yes. Yeah, if you're a Nazi, if you don't hate the police. Well, you know what? Call me a Nazi then. I've been called Nazi plenty of times for having different viewpoints. Just level-headed viewpoints. And white people think that all Asians are Chinese. I think the term Asian is racist. Because what's the only way that we determine if someone's Asian? As a culture, black, white, Hispanic, it don't matter. If you're not actually Asian, what's the one way you determine if someone's Asian? Their eyes. Tell me that that's not racist as can be, because that is not all of Asia. You got Russia in there. You have the Middle East in there. You have India in there. Last I checked, not everyone has those that particular eye set as what Japanese, Koreans, Chinese, that particular subset of Asia has, the Orient. Because we used to call them Oriental, and that became a problem, even though they were from the Orient. We just added an AL, as Carlos Mencia said in one of his stand-ups. But yeah, it's so dumb. And then they say white people. Yeah, which white people are you talking about? Like English, Irish, Scottish, Scandinavian, Polish, German, French, Italian even. More Northern Italian societies are a little bit more tan. Some people don't bracket them in as normal white people, even though they're still Italian. But like, let's open that dialogue. Because I know my heritage. I know exactly where my heritage comes from. Like, I'm not a white person. I'm an American. Now, if you want to talk about the root of why my skin is the color it is, I'll be more than happy to tell you about my heritage, the multinational heritage that I am blossomed from. But God, Tom opens up dialogues for me to rant, and I feel a lot of people need to have those kinds of dialogues opened up for them.
I'm sorry, what kind of white people you mean? English, Scottish, German, Swedish, or Greek? And Black Lives Matter was problematic. It excludes anyone without the pigment, it's automatic. I understand all the reasons it happened, but including all humans is the actual answer.
I get BLM and I get the push for BLM, and I do understand their original stance when they first started, as far as saying trying to institute yes, Black lives do matter, and yes, some of the people that say all lives matter is kind of like a clapback to BLM. But for instance, like there was a video I saw, there was someone was asking do you asking two cops sitting in a patrol car, like, can I ask you a question? Like, sure, ask us whatever you want. And she's like, do you think Black lives matter? And they're like, yeah, all lives matter to us. And she said no, that's attacking. I feel victimized because of that. And it's like no. Yes, Black lives matter. Yes, Black lives matter to people. Yes, all lives should matter. Every single life. It should be a vision set of, it don't matter what color skin it is. All lives. Are you human? Yes, guess what, homie? You matter. I don't care what you are. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care your nationality, your creed, your distinction, your sexual orientation, your gender, or your sexual actual dichotomy design. I don't care. You're a human, so your life matters. Done. Like, that's really what it should be, inclusive of everything. bring people together rather than keep things segmented out like that. And that's the problem with all these hashtags and these blanket statements that people put. Defund the police. There was more intricate things that they were talking about with defund the police in the beginning that some people could actually get behind, but because they made the blanket statement hashtag defund the police, that's too blanket statement. There's too many intricacies in our society to discuss than just a blanket statement with a simple hashtag to push a narrative. No, it doesn't work that way. It does not.
All the reasons it happened, but including all humans is the actual answer.
Oh no.
Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. Hey, yo! I guess you love to be wrong, or you don't have the guts of the balls. Hey, yo! Dum 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 diddy dum 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 diddy dum dum.
Oh, I was about to say video by Nova Rockefeller. Good job, sweetheart. But 2 new albums coming September 3rd. 2. Oh man, I'm buying more albums. All right, Tom. Good way to announce it. I like it. But God, that was a good song. That was solid. Once again, if it's political, it's going to get me ranting. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people that say they agree with some or all of what I say. And there's going to be some people that say, oh, I can't see why you agree with what he says. I'm not trying to make any firm stances on anything. I'm just trying to point out a critical thought process on, playing devil's advocate on thinking on both sides. Don't be polarized. Think on both sides. Think in a gray area. That's where it is. There's so many different forms of gray within, rather than just black and white. And I mean black and white not in the sense of people colors. I mean just black and white in the sense of left or right or this or that or good and bad, whatever. There's gray areas. There's 50 shades of gray, if you will. But yeah, that was a solid song. That was really good. I love the visual aspect. I love the hook. I loved it all. That was really well laid out. Tom, you came out with 2 bangers recently. Solid work, and 2 new albums coming out. So hell yeah. All right, guys. So that was my reaction to Tom MacDonald's Dummies. Damn, bro. Seriously, Tom, solid work, man. Nova, killer work with the videography and the cinematography and the coloration. And that was awesome. It was the perfect level of serious to goofy to sarcastic to bringing up even more points on everything, touching base on points that needed to still be touched based on. That was really good, guys. That really was a solid song. That was a solid message put through. I really enjoyed it. It was catchy, solid work. Tip my hat. Bravo, guys. But if you guys like this reaction, as always, be sure to smash that like button, smash subscribe, and hit the little bell for notifications. That would be greatly appreciated. And once again, if you guys are feeling froggy, you guys want to check it out, go to my channel, click on the join button, take a look at the tier memberships for all the membership levels that I have. And if you guys would like to show a little extra monetary support, that would be, of course, greatly appreciated. It helps keep me doing what I'm doing, helps keep me pushing this stuff out. Whether you agree or disagree with some of my stuff or like some of my stuff with some artists or not with others, if you enjoy it, take a look. It's greatly appreciated. I definitely love everyone that has done it so far. Thank you guys so much. I love everything that's been culminating with all this and the references that you guys have put out and what you guys have suggested for me to look at and for me to go through. So I'm definitely excited for it. And also don't forget to comment down below. Let me know of any other bands, artists, genres, songs, yada, 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 anything that has a meaning or an emotional context to it or is just a banger of songs. Let me know. Comment down below. I'll put it on the list and I'll eventually get to it. I still got to finish up NF with Paid My Dues for that last bit of the mixtape, and then I'm moving on to more stuff. Some of my top tier members have made recommendations for me to react to, so I'm going to get to those next because they have high priority. And yeah, I'm going to keep hammering it out. If you guys want to keep feeding me, I'll keep feeding you. We'll keep that circle going. I love all you guys. I love all my members. I love all my subscribers. I love all the Hangover gang. But that's it. You know what it is. I love all y'all. I'm out.